So hey guys, today we have Rahul and he is having 3 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices. And those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Hello, hey Rahul, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. What about
Okay.
you?
Yes, I'm also good. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
My name is Rahul, and yeah, I have 3 years of experience in Java, Spring Boot, and Java microservices.
Mm-hmm.
And my recent project was it's a insurance company, Blue Shield of
Okay.
California. So
Mm-hmm.
where we work in like a REST API developer as a REST API developer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
So it's an
insurance
insurance
company. Yeah,
company.
insurance company. Yeah, Blue
Okay.
Shield of California. Yeah,
Okay. It's based on microservices or monolithic
it is based on microservices.
microservices. Okay. So like, what's your role? Creating APIs,
Yeah,
testing,
yeah.
writing JUnit test cases, and debugging if there is error, right?
Yeah, like based on client requirement, we have to like
Mm-hmm.
any error or something is there, so
Okay,
we have
okay,
to fix it or we have to create a REST API endpoints. This type
okay,
of work we do.
okay. So what's the purpose of request body annotation in REST API?
Request ready. So basically, when we use at the REST controller, so we don't
Mm-hmm.
need to write a
Okay.
response body, but when we
Mm-hmm.
use a controller only,
Mm-hmm.
so in this case we have to write at the response body as well. And
Mm-hmm.
response in response body we can use like views as well. And
Okay.
in the controller, basically main purpose is we
Mm-hmm.
can also return strings and the strings as
Okay.
well, like index and all. Yeah.
Okay. How does Spring Boot auto configuration work?
So it is based on auto configuration Spring Boot.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
have a pom.xml file. So we have to
Okay.
add the dependencies, and
Okay.
it will automatically configure and add all the required dependencies.
Okay. Okay. Uh, have you added any custom Spring Boot starter ever in your career?
Custom starter,
Yes.
you mean dependency, manually added dependency?
Yeah. So in there are starters in POM file, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Spring
can make
starter,
some
yeah.
Spring Boot starters as well, right?
Starter security and smooth starter,
Mm-hmm.
JPA, and there is
Okay.
lots of
So how
things.
can we create our own starter?
How can we create your own starter?
Mm-hmm.
So, like if your own,
Yes.
so I don't know much about it, but if we know we have to work on like JPA, so we can manually write there in XML file.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I have not created
Okay. So have you
any manual
created
thing.
any jar file and added in your Spring Boot project? For example, uh, you guys need to do some validating again and again. So you created some jar, you created a mini project and created a jar and edit those jar in the main Spring Boot project, something like that.
For that, we have to create a project using Spring Initializer,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and whatever we need, we can
Mm-hmm.
add it and we
Okay.
can download it, and we can open it in IntelliJ or Eclipse, and
Okay.
we can edit.
Okay.
Or also, suppose we have a repository and some
Mm-hmm.
jar files is uploaded there, so we can
Mm-hmm.
also use it.
Okay. Okay. Rahul, before moving ahead, I will like to share one important thing. Hey guys, if you are not able to crack your interviews, then you can check our interview preparation kit. It has helped thousands of candidates in cracking their interviews. In this, we give the job support and referrals as well. Basically, this kit has 4 parts. The first part is complete interview preparation material. This contains 16 documents step by step with practice quizzes where all the content is organized and available in one place. The second part is two real enterprise projects, one based in Sweden and the other in the USA. There will be video explanation, prototype source code, PDF documents, quizzes for each project. If someone already has project, then they can take this as a reference and prepare accordingly. The third part is 7 days of chat support for all your doubts on projects preparation material or any other guidance. The fourth part is job support and referrals for the deserving candidates. I have provided the link to get this below in the description. Please check out once and it may change your life literally. So now moving to our interview. So Rahul, as you said, you are working on an insurance project, and it is based on microservices, right? So,
Yeah.
what are the some advantages microservice offer over monolithic architecture?
So basically, when we use monolithic architecture,
Uh-huh.
so what we have to do, like
Okay.
when we when we have to change something, so
Mm-hmm.
we have the application will be whole application will be go
Mm-hmm.
down, right? And in
Okay.
microservice, so
Mm-hmm.
like we have to do some changes in any particular feature or
Okay.
any particular thing. So
Okay.
this particular thing or microservice will be down and
Mm-hmm.
all will be running. So it will not
Okay.
impact whole application. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the advantage of using microservice over the
Okay.
monolithic.
You write JUnit test cases as well, right? After writing your part of code, right?
JUnit test case. No, I have not worked on it. There is a
Okay.
separate team for it.
No, no. Testing is different. JUnit test cases
JUnit
are
test.
different.
Yeah, I'm not right JUnit cases.
Okay. Okay. So, but do you know about JUnit test cases, Mockito
Yeah,
framework?
JUnit test cases. Yeah, basically what we have to do in JUnit, we are
Mm-hmm.
creating a mock like mock objects and all, so we
Mm-hmm.
can use it. Like suppose
Okay.
we have created any application for
Uh,
doing particular task. So what
okay.
we can do, same thing we can create in
Mm-hmm.
JUnit cases,
Mm-hmm.
and using annotations and all, we
Mm-hmm.
can test it. So like
Okay.
can check the particular task is
Mm-hmm.
working correctly or not. So
Mm-hmm.
we can test it.
Okay. Okay. So, and do you know about mock annotation and mock bean annotation?
Uh, I know little about JUnits,
Okay. Okay.
not much.
Little
Yeah.
about.
So
Okay. So how, yeah, moving ahead, how do you secure REST API in Spring Boot application?
so there is multiple options to secure REST API. So
Okay.
basically, first thing we have to start with adding the dependency. So we have
Mm-hmm.
to add the Spring Security in
Okay.
form.xml file.
Mm-hmm.
So it will automatically secure our endpoint. In
Okay.
the in older version, we have used Spring Security Configure Adapter, but a newer
Mm-hmm.
version we have used filter chain, security filter chain.
Mm-hmm.
And inside this class, we have
Mm-hmm.
to define like which endpoint we have to secure. For
Mm-hmm.
that, we have two options. Like we can create a array of string, and we can
Okay.
add the endpoints, all the endpoints
Mm-hmm.
in the one array, and we can
Mm-hmm.
pass that array directly. Like we
Okay.
have to write we have int matcher
Mm-hmm.
previously, and in new version we have a request matcher. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to pass like this string should
Mm-hmm.
be uh, secure. So we have to write dot
Mm-hmm.
authenticated, right? And
Mm-hmm.
those we want we don't want to secure, so we have to
Mm-hmm.
write dot permit all.
Okay.
So in this process, we can secure our endpoint. And after that, we have to implement like which security we want to implement in our project, like a JW2 token and auth2. So we can use it,
Oh,
and
what is
we
JW token?
that is JSON Web Token. So we
Okay.
also use JSON Web Token.
What
So
it
in
does?
that, yeah, in this it's a token. It's
Mm-hmm.
contain three things like header, payload, and
Mm-hmm.
signature. So in header, we like it is the like which method we use secure for like RH 256 and all.
Mm-hmm.
And payload we have some details like expiration date,
Mm-hmm.
subject, these things we have. And
Okay.
in signature, we
Uh-huh.
have which signature we have used,
Mm-hmm.
RSA 256, and
Mm-hmm.
private key, public
So
key,
how
these
you
things.
guys are creating this token?
Token. So for that, we have to add a JWT a dependency,
And
and
other than this?
we have to write a separate class for generating
Mm-hmm.
these.
Do we need
Uh,
user details while
yeah,
creating this?
definitely we need user detail service, so we
Mm-hmm.
can verify the user is there or not, user is
Mm-hmm.
exits or not. If the
Mm-hmm.
user is not exist, we can throw a exception. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely user detail and required, and bcrypt hazard is also required.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
What are some performance optimization techniques for a Spring Boot
so
application?
yeah, basically we can what we can do, we can use asynchronous call in
Mm-hmm.
API.
Mm-hmm.
So for that we have used at the rate async,
Mm-hmm.
and all we can implement caching as well. And
Mm-hmm.
from database side we can use indexing,
Okay.
and in caching we can use Redis, which
Mm-hmm.
provides some features like we have to enable caching. So we have to write at the rate caching on
Okay.
Spring Boot application
Mm-hmm.
class, and
Mm-hmm.
there is three things. We have cacheable and cacheabit and cache put.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So cacheabit we use when the some like object or data removed,
Mm-hmm.
and cache put we use when the data is updated. So it will update the cache. And the cacheable we use for to like suppose we are getting some data, get data.
Mm-hmm.
So over that method we have to use cacheable. So cache the result will be updated in Redis.
Okay.
So, and async call we can use. Yes, yes.
Okay. And what is async? You said something.
It's yeah, synchronization. So we don't need to wait until we get the acknowledgement. The task will be performed separately. So
Okay.
yeah, so it will
So can
improve
you
performance.
give me a use case where should we use this async?
Uh, Suppose we are calling a API,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where we don't need to get response immediately,
No, no. Tell
right?
me real life use case.
Real life use case,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like if we are working on this product and we are just facing this issue, then we should use something
okay,
like that.
for example, we have an application, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm telling you my a project in my project. So
Mm-hmm.
suppose user claim, not
Mm-hmm.
user, actually we have different roles. So the
Mm-hmm.
authorized person can do it. So user uh, claim insurance. So
Mm-hmm.
they have to fill some information and all. So
Mm-hmm.
the user uh, claim for insurance, right? And this insurance will be proceed whenever all the verification and something, many things will be verified, right? So we can
Okay,
use
okay.
async.
One second.
So yeah, what will happen? We don't
Mm-hmm.
need quick or quick response. So we
Mm-hmm.
will proceed further. So in this case, we can use it because we don't want immediate response
Mm-hmm.
because it takes time. So there is no required
Okay,
response. Yeah.
okay. How do you manage transaction propagation and Spring application?
Yeah, for that we have transactional annotations, and we
Mm-hmm.
have basically we use suppose we any transaction got failed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to ensure that the transaction will be
Mm-hmm.
roll back, right? So we will not get any
What are the
inconsistent
settings?
result.
Do we have any internal settings for transaction annotation?
We have to do some configuration in we have to add a dependency, and we have to do some configuration in a biml
Okay.
or dot property file.
Do you know about reactive repositories?
Reactive repositories.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no, I'm not aware of.
Okay. So reactive repositories in Spring are designed for non-blocking database access and provide back pressure and efficient demand management, something like that. You can check this after this interview. Okay.
Reactive repositories. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, okay. So uh, tell me benefits of using AOP in managing security concerns.
AOP in managing security concern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so object-oriented programming. So basically, we are in AOP, we are doing that's we are creating just separate tasks for performing um, like for example, like we are achieving the less
Mm-hmm.
I mean less coupling using AOP.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are creating different we like we separate tasks, like different tasks we are separating in AOP. In security, how can we use it in security? Actually, AOP I
Uh,
know, but in security,
Applying
then
security related aspects such as authentication and authorization.
that
Uh,
we definitely like I didn't get like what is the difference, because we are applying security normally using JWT and what,
mhm.
but in AOP, like what is the different, like in AOP how can we
Like
use AOP?
if we are using some authentication functionality again and again, then we can separate that from
Okay,
our service files.
from service file. You mean for that we use token, so it will like
No, no,
remain for some time.
that is another way. So this is one of the way. I mean, there are multiple ways, right? Of
Yeah.
implementing security and all. So this you are using some one way, and there might have some multiple ways.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I will check.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so have you worked with Spring Cloud?
Spring Cloud or not yet. We are using Cloud Foundry that time in my
Okay,
first project. Yeah.
okay, okay. How does Spring handle scheduling and task execution?
Scheduling and task execution.
Yes.
Scheduling task
Do you know
execution
about
order.
scheduled annotation?
No, we have not used
Oh,
it.
you have noticed. Yeah, yeah, then it's fine. Okay. Uh, uh, you were saying something related to Auth 2, like you have implemented Auth 2 in your project, right?
We have used JWT.
Oh, you have used it.
Yeah, for OAuth 2, we have to do some different configuration.
Okay, so do you know like how can we integrate Auth 2? Like have you implemented before?
Yeah, I implemented, but because after that we are using JWT2, so I need to
It's
brush
fine.
up, right?
Hmm.
But I used. Uh,
Okay, okay. Okay. So moving ahead, do you know about Webflux?
Webflux. No, there is
Okay.
no use of Webflux.
Hmm. Okay. So, okay. So you know Zomato, right?
Zomato.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Zomato application.
yeah.
Okay. So let's say you are asked to design schema for the delivery boy. So what fields would you add? What all fields would you add?
For delivery boy.
Yes.
So basically, definitely we have to add the right unique ID,
Mm-hmm.
and also we can, yeah, use name.
Okay.
And for delivery boy, username password is also required, so the
Mm-hmm.
user can enter, registered itself or enter username and password. Okay, ID, name, and mobile number,
Mm-hmm.
and address. We can add age,
Mm-hmm.
or we can add ratings as well,
Mm-hmm.
and we can use tip functionality, because many people give tips
Mm-hmm.
to them, so we can use separately.
Mm-hmm.
Ratings, name, age, and
Some
yeah,
ID
also we,
proofs like Aadhaar
yeah,
card and all.
yeah, ID proofs, and also we can take like details of his bike,
Hmm.
right, and number of the bike. Okay, and we can also take a photograph as well.
Mhm.
These things.
Location?
Yeah, location means address.
No, no, current location.
Okay, for live location, yeah, location. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, have you worked with Kafka?
no.
No. Okay. Mm. So, are you handy with any streaming service like Kafka?
Streaming service, not
Like
at.
we get real-time updates from Kafka. So similar. Have you do you know about some other than Kafka which do the same thing?
We have a Cloud Foundry. So from there we get
What?
many things.
CloudForm?
Cloud Foundry, there is a platform.
Okay, Cloud
So
Foundry.
yeah, Kafka,
What is
Cloud.
the purpose of using that?
That is a cloud as well, and we have get the information like we can get logs as well
Mhm.
and updates
Okay, so
and
tell me one thing in your insurance project.
yeah,
Let's say, if let's say if someone wants to know the real-time updates the claim that he or she submitted, so how you guys are proceeding this? Let's say I claimed my insurance into
okay,
your to your institution or
okay.
service. Then how will I know the real time updates, like now what's happening, and now the status of my application and all?
So for user, we don't have anything like that, but we have
Mm-hmm.
authorized person. So they
Okay.
can, yeah, they can check. For
Mm-hmm.
that, they, simply log in and they have the claim ID, insurance
Mm-hmm.
ID, claim ID, the detail of the person. They
Mm-hmm.
can enter it and they can get the information. For that, we have fields, and using that fields, we show the details like in
Okay.
process, reject or claim, or like
Mm-hmm.
50 user claimed 50,000, but
Mm-hmm.
only for 40,000 is like claimed amount is 40,000 only due to some reason.
Okay. So, mm-hmm. And which mail service you are using? You send
Sorry,
mails as well, right?
Java mail sender, human.
Java mail sender. Okay. Okay. So moving ahead, do you know about entity graphs in JPA?
Entity.
Yeah, entity graphs.
I know entity annotation we use to uh, indicate that that is the entity class and the field annotated with ID and column.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. So moving ahead, what's the difference between checked and unchecked exceptions?
Checked and unchecked. So checked exception check at check compile time, and unchecked exception checked at mm, runtime.
Okay. And
This is a
what are custom exceptions?
so custom exception. We can create our own custom exception like ID not found, user not found, whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, we have to write a separate class for that, and we
Mm-hmm.
can create our exception. In
Mm-hmm.
that, we have to create a constructor with
Mm-hmm.
parameter string message, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to call super, and we have to pass that as a message. And we have to create a error response class in which we have to fill
Mm-hmm.
error response and error code, or we can define whatever we want. And in Spring Boot, we use at the rate global exception handler. In it,
Mm-hmm.
we have at the rate exception handler
Mm-hmm.
notation, in which we have to provide the class name, or we can
Okay.
say the exception name. And
Mm-hmm.
inside that, uh, we can create the response entity of the class
Mm-hmm.
of the error, right? Which will return
Okay.
the error whenever we call that method. The method will be triggered from global exception handler. So we
Okay.
can use it in controller or in
Mm-hmm.
service class.
Okay. Okay. So have you used Lombok?
Yeah, we use Lombok for so we don't need to create getter setters and constructor manually. And
Mm-hmm.
we have many things like at the rate data, at the rate
So why do we
cast.
make, why do we need, what's the need of getter and setter?
The getter and setter we used for achieving encapsulation and security as well. So
How? Like how this is
we are
useful for security?
because we are creating the fields private, and we did not use directly. That is why we use getter and setter.
Okay. Okay. So, moving ahead. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, what are Java streams? Like, do you
Yeah,
write
Java
code?
Stream.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Java Stream. Okay. So Java Stream is a way to
Mm-hmm.
process uh,
Mm-hmm.
the collection object. So it is
Okay.
a way, and it's a feature of Java 8.
Okay.
Using the Stream API, we can
Mm-hmm.
easily process our data or
Mm-hmm.
collection objects,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a like a concise way to do code.
Okay. Okay. Do you prefer a Stream API or traditional code?
Uh, if we are using Java, then definitely Stream API is good.
No, no, I'm asking about you. Like, what do you prefer? A Stream API or normal traditional code?
A Stream API, I think.
Okay. Which is better? Let's say if I need to iterate and list, okay, so when should I use traditional loops or when should I use this Stream API?
To iterate list,
Yes.
if we want to iterate list, then definitely we can use traditional method. If we want to perform some operation, we want to filter out some data.
Hmm.
In this case, we can use the Stream API.
Okay. Uh, okay, so I think for small data, traditional loop works better. For large data, Stream API works better. Okay. Okay. So have you used concurrent hash map in your code?
No, we have not used concurrent hash map, but I know about concurrent hash map. Basically, we have a hash map, so it is not
Mm-hmm.
thread safe.
Mm-hmm.
So we have suppose we have to make a hash map thread
Mm-hmm.
safe. So we have two things. We can make it synchronize, or we can use concurrent hash map. So it
Mm-hmm.
will be thread safe.
Okay. Do you know about builder pattern and factory pattern?
Builder and factory pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have multiple design patterns. So builder pattern and factory pattern. Yes, singleton prototype and factory. So in factory pattern, the object will be created
Mm-hmm.
based on parameter, right?
Okay.
Like we want to create an object, so we have to pass in the parameter. So that object will be created.
Okay.
Then we have to create factory class for that,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, based on parameter, object will be created.
Yeah, okay.
And
Got it.
yeah,
Got it. So how does a qualifier annotation work in Spring for managing dependencies?
so we have at the rate qualifier and at the rate primary,
Mm-hmm.
and qualifier we use like when we use qualifier, so like we are doing like any particular bean will be in
Mm-hmm.
use. So for
Mm-hmm.
that case, we use qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Mm, okay. Mm-mm. Okay. So, Okay. Have you used Java generics?
Generics.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, generics. Yeah, I mean, diamond. We use in diamond bucket.
Okay. So
Oh,
what's the
yeah.
benefit of using Java
So
generics?
generics, like we want to deal with
Mm-hmm.
object, but we want to create something like they will work with any type of data type, like it could be string or
Mm-hmm.
integer or double. In this case, we can create a generics. And
Mm-hmm.
here also we want to bound it, like it should be work with numbers only, and it should be work with any particular data type. In this
Oh.
case, we can use it,
Okay.
and we have mounted methods as well. Whatever we want, we can use it.
Okay. How can we use this Java generics to improve code readability and safety?
Code readability and safety.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get your question. Like how to implement it, how to write it, is
Now,
it?
how can we use a Java generics to improve our code readability and safety?
Okay, for that, I think we can specify like the this generic should be work on numbers only, or should we
Mm-hmm.
work on strings only?
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so we can improve security.
Mm,
That, but
okay.
it can we can create it so it will work with any type of data type. Also, we
Mm,
can create like that.
okay. Okay. Got it. Do you know about mm, volatile keyword?
Volatile keyword. I
Yes,
know
yes.
volatile keyword. I think we use in multi-threading. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
uh, we use in multi-threading, that's true. But why do we declare any variable as a volatile? Why we need this?
okay. Volatile. I think we restrict so the thread will not access. Multiple thread will not access. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So
Yeah.
the volatile keyword is basically used to indicate that a variable's value will be modified by different threads. Declaring a
Okay.
variable volatile ensures that its value is read from and returned to main memory and ensuring
Okay.
visibility of changes to different threads.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. Uh, okay. So mm, how do you handle null pointer exception?
Null pointer exception in Spring Boot, right?
Yes.
So we can use optional classes. So
Okay.
it like yeah, it is better way to handle null pointer exception.
Uh-huh.
So using optional, what we can do, suppose any value is not present.
Mm-hmm.
So we can use, so we can particularly like define like if the value is uh, not there, so it
Mm-hmm.
should return 0, -1, or can be
Mm-hmm.
written any message like
Mm-hmm.
invalid value, or there is it should not be null,
Mm-hmm.
these things. And
Okay.
we have methods as well in
Mm.
optional, or else this type of method. So optional is better way to handle exception.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So let's say you are given an array
Okay.
containing 0 and 1 only. Okay.
Environment. Okay.
How would you separate 0 into the left and 1 into the right? Uh,
Uh, in array, we have to swipe that.
No, no, no. Let's say you are given an array
Okay.
that contains 0 and 1 only. For
Okay.
example, you are given an array of size 4 and the elements are 1010. Okay.
Okay. Like multiple zeros and ones, but random in random.
Yeah, in any random way. But you have
Okay.
to separate 1 into the left side, 0 into the right side. Now the output would be 1100.
1100.
1
Is
in
it?
the left side, 0 in the
Okay.
right side.
So we have multiple ways. We
Okay.
can sort the array, or
Uh-huh.
like right, and also we can. sort the array, so it will be 0 0 1 1. But what we can do using array, we can store it like from ending to sorry start ending to 0, right? So we can use loop, so and loop from length array length to uh, 0, right?
Okay.
And we can store it. In another way, what we can do, we can use Stream API. So we have to convert it array to stream. After that, we have method sorted, right? And in using sorted,
But
we can
sorting
do
will
it.
take n log n. Can we do in
Yeah.
ON?
So then we can sort the array using
Mm.
arrays dot sort. So it will
So
be
have
0
you
1 and
used two pointer technique ever before?
two
Uh,
pointer technique.
uh,
Uh,
while
you
solving a coding problem.
using temp like swiping the element one by one, is it?
No, no, like we just assigned two pointers, means two variables from beginning or end, or you can search on internet, you will find.
Using searching method, sorry, using like any sorting method.
No, no, it's different from sorting. So
Okay,
just
I will
after
search.
this
Yeah,
interview.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, so yes, Rahul, it's done from my end.